Jury selection is underway for the man accused of trying to assassinate President Trump at his golf course in West Palm Beach last year.
It comes as Local 10 obtains new documents in Ryan Ruth's trial. Local 10's Christina Vasquez joins us live from Fort Pierce as Ruth leads his own defense team. Christina?
This is a unique experience bearing witness to this trial. Not only are the charges here quite severe, and so if ultimately he is convicted, for instance, he could face life in prison, but this is a defendant who is representing himself, and it is quite clear as this day is unfolding that he is struggling with understanding the proper procedures to move through the process that is now, as you say, underway to find a fair and impartial jury.
Keep walking!
He is the man investigators say the Secret Service stopped from trying to assassinate Donald Trump at his golf club in West Palm 1 year ago this month. And jury selection started in the Ryan Ruth criminal trial, with the federal judge scrapping the 59-year-old defendant's politically charged questions for prospective jurors for being irrelevant to the facts of the case. A prosecutor objected to the, quote, silliness of another question. Ruth, a construction worker with a prior criminal record, has chosen to represent himself in federal court. Last year, a grand jury indicted Ruth on 5 counts to include the attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate. In this June filing to the court, Ruth said he had hoped for a prison swap so that I could die, being of some use, and save all this court mess. On September 15th, 2024, at about 1:30 in the afternoon, as Trump golfed at his Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, a Secret Service special agent assigned to the then former president spotted a rifle poking out of a tree line. The agent fired a shot in the direction of the rifle. Investigators say a witness spots Ruth run off and jump into a Nissan SUV, which deputies locate on I-95 North about 45 minutes later. Items found along the tree line included a backpack, loaded semi-automatic rifle, and 19 live rounds of ammunition. A recently filed exhibit list shows the mounting evidence against Ruth, to include a handwritten list of Trump's schedule to a private signal message from Ruth requesting, quote, help ensuring that Trump does not get elected, as the prosecution paints a picture of a man who methodically plotted. In recent filings to the court, laced with profanity, grammar, and punctuation errors, the defendant challenges Trump to a golf game. He wins, he can execute me, Ruth writes. I win, I get his job. And so once again, as I'm joining you live, there was the first group of 60 prospective jurors that were in the courtroom. Right now, what the judge is looking for are things called hardships. It is estimated to be a 3.5-week case. So they're looking for folks who maybe say because of financial restraints, or maybe they're the primary child provider for a child in their home, that they can't sit for that length of time. She knows that it's high publicity. She spoke about that with the jurors. And obviously there's a high profile person involved. And so the process here within the next couple of days that the court is trying to do is, again, find a fair and impartial jury. That doesn't mean they didn't hear about the case or even have feelings about what they heard about the case. The key is, can they set those things aside and just weigh the evidence that's presented at trial? But certainly so much judicial hand-holding here for the defendant in this case, who once again has made this decision to represent himself. Now, when those prospective jurors walked into that courtroom, he did look at them and he had something to say to them. I love that. Coming up at Local 10 News at 5. For now, reporting live for you, I'm Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.